Hello, welcome, and thank you for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night. We're going to do a timeless and collective reading whenever this finds you. It's the right time. See what resonates, leave what doesn't, and remember that divine inner guidance is in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. I did pull a very glowing message from my mystery deck for you guys. So it's you sparkling a little different. You're glowing a little extra. There's something changing in your energy. You're being noticed. You're turning heads. Maybe you've like vamped up something in the way you express yourself. But it's a little extra twinkle going on with you lately, and you are being noticed. You're also feeling really good and confident. I'm also seeing that maybe for some of you, you are kind of noticing that somebody else might be glowing a little extra bright lately, or maybe it's the first time you meet someone and their glow is just incredible. It's like, ah. Like it's like really attractive to you. But that doesn't have to be love. It could be somebody that just kind of vibrates, you know, in a way that you're attracted to. So let's see what this is all about. We're going to dive right on into the tarot. So let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Grace, Consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Rose is doing a little stretcheroo mid-sleep. What is the foundational message going on right now surrounding this glow up energy for the collective? Please and thank you. This king comes out every time. He really wants to come out for you guys, like every single time. He wants to make his presence known. So maybe you are connecting to an earth sign. It doesn't have to be. This is somebody who is maybe grounding a situation, starting to manifest something that was maybe glowing in his or her spirit into reality. This is somebody who has long-term goals and huge potential and wants to put his or her energy into where they see the most potential, where they see the most possibility and growth. It could specifically be a Taurus energy, since there's a big bull pulling that big iron or steel chariot. But I feel like this king is acting on these plans, you know, seeing the full spectrum of something to solidify a dream. I feel like he sees many different roads, though. I feel like he sees many different options. So I mean, maybe because that helmet, he's a little in his or her head thinking, well, if I go this direction, that could happen. If I go this direction, that could happen. But I feel like he's good at redirecting that chariot if he knows it's going in the wrong direction or it's not getting the growth. I do feel like with the structure of that chariot, though, maybe that redirecting isn't super quick. It's kind of like a slow turn. You know, it doesn't look like that's going to turn like right on a dime really fast. So I do feel like maybe if this king has to redirect, it's kind of like a step-by-step, you know, one facet at a time. I hear a turnaround, but it could be just a turn in another direction. So upside down, this is a king. It's a masculine energy that is all about manifesting the biggest things possible so that everybody is super impressed. It is somebody very much on earth. In reality, they are a hard worker. You know, they put a lot of energy and effort into something, but it could even be someone who works so hard for all these goals and then doesn't enjoy anything in their life. It could also be somebody who tries to fill a void with things and never has fun with the stuff. So let's get clarity on this Prince of Discs. What else would be helpful to know? I feel like we should see what direction that chariot is going right now, because that bull is definitely full speed ahead somewhere, making these ripples. in the earth. So let's see what the bull's looking at. Let's see what this king is heading towards, but the king's eyes are closed. So he is thinking about something. He is also exposing his heart in his birthday suit. So he doesn't feel the need to really be super protected other than what he's thinking about, because the only thing he's wearing is a helmet. So maybe he is moving towards something he imagined or his ultimate vision. Let's see what the direction of this vision is. What's ahead or just around the corner for this Prince of Discs? Please and thank you. Oh yeah, he has a passionate idea ahead. So he is moving with confidence and even taking a step-by-step approach on, I think this is glowing, on how to be more expansive and creative and passionate. It could even be that spark of spirit, because look at how big that wand is, that torch is. It's gigantic. It's actually creating lightning because it's been lit. So maybe it is typically a person that doesn't change very fast. They're kind of slow. And maybe something is changing very quickly because of this passionate spark. But this is the king that would figure out how to keep that spark on, how to keep that glow going, and not let the fire fizzle out. Because when it's upside down, it's kind of like you have this beautiful fire lit and then you just dump the water on it. It's going to be real hard to relight it. But I feel like this king is maybe as simple as following his joy. So let's see what this new beginning is about. This is the big showing of the universe. I mean, it's a very masculine energy that is driving him forward, or he is moving forward with a very pursuing masculine approach to something. So let's see what sparked this beginning, or this ace. What sparked this passion or this creativity for this king? Please and thank you. So he wants to make a little love offer, or somebody came through like a little Cupid and kind of made his heart sing. This is the Princess of Cups. So it's usually like the page. This could also be where this king is entering into a brand new passionate situation, and maybe it's a really different experience, because I kind of feel like this is where somebody could be like the little fish out of water. But it does look like, I think this page or this younger energy or this message, because it could be just a message, is almost like bringing that turtle out of its shell. So I do see that thing is moving faster than they normally would. But maybe they had a shell on before. You know, they were protecting their heart, protecting their emotions. Maybe this is just the right little, I see like a I don't want to say like a trigger because that sounds harsh, but it's almost like a gentle little, I don't know, like brushing tickle instead, that's coming through to open this king's heart. Or it's like a new beginning, falling in love. It could be a Pisces energy. There's a flying lotus here. And I feel like this is still an earthy sign, because there's still all of these diamonds or these stones with different facets in this water card. And the lotus usually comes out of a muddy situation, but that lotus has been cut and is now floating. The mud is gone. This could be where also, I'm kind of seeing this as something different. This could be a spiritual transformation for this king, actually, because the king can be very much in 3D world, you know, on the earth plane. But if this big light was sparked in this king's soul, this could be somebody going through a spiritual evolution, somebody who is opening up to spirituality, and that could be what's changing the direction of what this king's long-term goals and desires are. Because that, I feel like it, I kind of feel like it tapped into both the root and the heart chakra. Because the root chakra is like sometimes very primitive, survival, you know, it's like the basic necessities, but it's also, you know, survival by procreation kind of energy. It can get very passionate, but it's the stabilizing force. But I kind of feel like this has moved up to the heart chakra and maybe continuing to go up even towards, with this purple and blue energy, maybe speaking clearly. And there's this beautiful like lavender color here. So it does make me think of the intuition that comes with the Princess of Cups, because that's somebody who follows their intuition, that trusts the guidance they're given, even if it doesn't really make sense. Because I feel like this is maybe gifts that are opening up for this king that they don't really feel natural yet, but they know there's something real in what they're feeling in these energies. They know there's something real about this. I hear emotional surge. That was a cool little phrase. So, but it's figuring it out. Because if the Princess of Cups is upside down, it could be like a message that comes in that makes you feel weird, but you gotta trust that too, your discernment. It could also be somebody who just doesn't have a handle on their emotions or doesn't trust their intuition at all. Doesn't ever come out of their shell or let themselves be the fish out of water, even if it's, you know, an unusual situation. I do feel like this is somebody who kind of stands out, especially with all this together. So let's do something a little different. I have another Thoth deck. Actually, I probably have 4 or 5. I don't even know. I think this is probably one of my first ones. Let's clarify all those with the same deck. It's just a little smaller. So let's get a deeper peek at the Prince of Discs. What is something deeper going on that you don't see on the surface, even though on the surface he's pretty exposed in his birthday suit? So what is a deeper message to know that he's getting, he's following his like wish come true? You got this Aquarius energy of the star. And it's that underneath the surface, he is glowing up. He is shining a spiritual light on his life, where he's going, a situation, a specific person. It could also be that there is a specific person who just shines out and glows in a different light more than anyone else he's ever met. Because this is where somebody could be looking at someone else like just as a star. And it could be in many people's eyes or in just this person's eyes, where you just shine so bright and different. It's like the North Star, you know? Every time you look up, there's that one thing that always is like guidance that brings you back, that hope, that faith. Also, the star does come through, because when you look at tarot cards, besides looking at the messages and the symbolism and what you know, get as far as that little trail of download that comes through, is looking at the cards and how they are placed and fit with each other. But also think about, especially with the tarot, the progression of the tarot. So the card that actually came before and the card that came after, and I think I have to sneeze. Hold on. I feel like a sneeze is also a release. I also feel like I sneeze because when my heat comes on, it makes me sneeze a little bit. But before the star is that tower. That tower is a rough one, but it's a divine redirection to clean the slate, to build anew differently. It's all about how you handle those big changes. There's such a release in the energy here. It's almost like it's almost like temperance a little bit. Like she's releasing, she doesn't have a cup, she has a whole bowl. She's releasing this energy of spiritual light and it's circulating around. She's putting that out into the universe. Then she's taking another bowl of spiritual light and grounding it on earth. You can actually see like little, almost like little, I don't know, it's like a little vortex or a little nebula out there. And all of that energy is starting to create all these facets in what look like, they kind of look like Herkimer diamonds, but it's almost like little windows to see different possibilities of how this wish come true can unfold. It's a really beautiful energy. I really like this card. Upside down, it's a wish that's still coming true. It's just taking a little longer, or it's adjusting somebody's belief system that they can have it, or that it can come through in a different way than they thought. So let's see what this brand new beginning is all about. I feel like with the star being in Aquarius energy, you know, that it's really looking at something through a different facet, in a different way than you ever saw it before. It's like extremely outside the box and not containing something to unfold in a certain manner. And that's when it's going to unfold the biggest, the brightest, the best, and in the divine timing it needs to. So let's see what this Ace of Wands is all about. So this king is going to start to, I saw all that fast energy, that lightning. So this is somebody who is thinking on a dime. This is somebody who's changing their mind. This is somebody who is going in a direction towards you or wherever they are, those dreams, those plans, the direction of the heart, or this creative energy with focus and speed. They know where they're going. This horse is flying. Actually, it's not even the horse flying. It's the propellers that are on top of this knight's head. He turned those propellers on. That's picking up the whole horse along with him to fly in the air. And they're moving so fast, the winds of change can't even keep up. This is usually an air sign. It kind of even looks like the same helmet that the King of Pentacles had on. There are wings on the top of that helmet. But this is now the experience. It's a knight. So it's not like the king or the queen. They're sitting on the throne, you know, ruling the kingdom. This is someone who's out in the field. This is somebody who wants to feel the experience, to have it, to make it happen. This is somebody who is acting on the plans that they are having or creating as they go. Because this is someone who's, they're sharp. This is somebody who's very, very smart, quick wit, funny, precise. I mean, it could be somebody that acts on plans, but I also see this as the knight that can be very spontaneous. But they like the direct approach. They like to just go right into the storm, you know, right into that conversation, ask the big hard question. Unless that knight's upside down, then they're kind of wishy-washy with their questions. Maybe they ignore a question with a question. It could also be somebody completely closed-minded and somebody who actually uses their sharp wit to, I don't know, like really rub it in, like dig in the wrong way to just annoy somebody or confuse somebody. The Knight of Swords upside down just has that helmet on a little too long. So they're just set in their ways. They're extremely stubborn. They don't want to hear any other opinion. Their way is the best way. Their approach is the best approach. And they lose out because they're not expanding information that can come in and help them with whatever they're doing. It's sometimes someone that doesn't ever have focus and is always looking all over the place for everything, and then doesn't direct their attention or their movement towards that goal. They're just kind of like all over the place. But let's get clarity now, because now we have, there's different people here. You know, you got the knight, the king, and the princess, or the page, the knight, and the king. Let's clarify the Princess of Cups, or this intuitive energy, or this message of love that is coming in, because the Page of Cups or the Princess of Cups is so sweet. Oh, now you got a page. I mean, the princess and the Prince of Cups, or the Knight of Cups. So you have two knights now. So you do have somebody who's thinking clearly and open-hearted about a specific relationship or experience. So it is also, if it's clarifying the princess, this is somebody who's growing. They're growing up, they're growing emotionally, like emotional maturity, and they're doing that by allowing their heart to open up more and riding into the right experiences. Instead of the wrong ones. Like if it was romantic encounters or partnerships, I feel like this is somebody who has learned and they know better, and they won't do something the same way again. But this is somebody who definitely dives into romance. This is somebody who is sort of poetic and creative. There's also a little hidden peacock here, if you look. So there is a little peacocking glow up, trying to impress somebody energy. And this particular knight has like big old angel wings. They don't have a helmet on. You know, they're not afraid with expressing how they feel, even if they're still trying to figure it out. They know when the time is right. They have a big cup that they're offering. And the horse is kind of looking back. I don't know why. Is there a country song that's something about give me a wink? All I want to do is just she gives me just one wink. I don't know why I just went country. I feel like that horse is looking back. I'm gonna give you like I'll be back. I guess upside down, it's somebody that dives in, wishy-washy with their heart and their emotions. Big promises unfulfilled. Says all the right words, you know, to really get your heart strings, you know, moving and those butterflies going, and then doesn't come back when they say they will. They kind of just want the experience and then they're out. It's not quite the same as the Knight of Wands. That's like all passionate and chemistry and whoo, what just happened? This one like really does feel that romantic energy. When they are putting their attention in, they do make that person feel pretty special. But if it's the Knight, you got to keep coming back and keep those special moments progressing. So I feel like we should get some, I feel like we should go to an oracle deck. Let's do that. Which one? Let's start with the wisdom of the oracle. It's pretty neutral and well-rounded. So what are some basic messages, situation, or flow of energy that would be helpful right now for the collective? Please and thank you. Also here we have Taurus. I think we have everything, honestly. We have fire, earth, air, and water. So all the signs are here. Heavy on Aquarius, though. What is the progress that's going to happen or going on. I just looked at the clock exactly at 25 minutes. All that glitters. Okay, so be aware of this. All that glitters is not gold, even if it looks like it's shiny and glowing. You know, it's looking at where somebody doesn't have to put on that mask. So this could be somebody that takes off their mask. This could also be somebody that suddenly, if they're having this spiritual elevation in their life, things that looked shiny and bright, but it was just sort of commercialized stuff, might not seem so valuable anymore. I feel like this is someone who's starting to value experiences more than things. But this could just be an extra energy to know about, where somebody might glitter a certain way, but then there's a kind of surface level, nothing underneath that feels like it's long-term potential or valuable going on. It's like the really, really pretty book cover and then the weirdest story, or like you get like a paragraph. It looks like it's a big book, but then you just get the intro when you actually open it up. So it could also be where something that was torn and tattered on the outside might be the most valuable thing you've ever seen once you get inside. Once you learn more about him or her or it or you or that experience or that subject. So let's get another message. That's also number 16. Interesting, because I did put that right before the 17. And I talked about the tower, even though it's not here. So maybe there was a tower moment already, or it's learning from tower moments. I also see that there may have been a tower moment where it ripped someone's mask off. Reality check set in. You saw someone, or somebody saw someone for who they were. And that can go both ways. Like you can have a, like a perception upon a person, and you think, let's just say, you have a perception upon a person you never met, or you know, kind of, you know, a little bit, and you assume because that person is super handsome or really beautiful that they don't have any intelligence or humor, you know, or heart, whatever it is. It's just being presumptuous. And you assume, oh no, they have everything because they're really pretty. Everyone just opens the door for them. They get whatever they want. And then you learn about them and it's like Einstein. This person's a secret genius and has an IQ off the charts. But until you had that tower moment and actually like discover there's more there, you were just being presumptuous. You were being small-minded. But it could also be where somebody shines really sparkly and you assume, you know, maybe somebody even has all the right words to say. There are people that can regurgitate weird shit that they heard and make themselves sound smart, but they don't really have the inner standing or understanding of what that knowledge is actually talking about. They just sort of read it in the cliff notes. You know, they have like a surface level idea of something and use that to come across as being very intelligent and a little bit, you know, they could be in conversation and they're going to impress people, but then if they're asked more questions, they can't follow up with that. So that's someone that would be the opposite. That could also be a tower moment where you think somebody's got it going on and then something happens, or you go through a situation that could have been rough with someone and you see who they really are. You see their true character. And maybe it's not all it's cracked up to be in all circumstances. So everybody's situation is different. And that can just be like shining a little light on different situations that have happened in your life. That's sort of like when a tower moment is about a person or a personality or discovering, you know, the other facets. It could also be where you thought somebody had your back and you realized they had their own selfish intentions going on the whole time. You know, it could really throw your ground off, you know, make it feel like that foundation you thought was there is now faulty. And now you have to redirect. So sometimes I go like off on tangents. I feel like I'm standing on a soapbox, but I'm not even sure sometimes what messages come through. So I hope that one was helpful. And I'm not sure why I saw the tower, even though it hasn't come through. So let's get clarity on 16. All that glitters. You are, oh, this is really pretty. You're mending something. But I feel like this is, maybe first thing I see here is actually somebody mending some childhood wounds or something that they were taught from a young age to believe about themselves or about life or whatever that actually wasn't the truth. Somebody seeing something in a different way. Somebody maybe mending a partnership with another person. I see this mending here, especially because I still have it by this, which is a wish come true or hope, healing. And this feels like healing too. And it looks like these two people are both working on a prayer flag together. So I feel like this is an answered prayer, not just to one person, but maybe specifically two people that were praying for the same thing. Maybe two people had to go through a healing process individually before it could come together. I do see this as an answered prayer, and it feels really beautiful. I don't know why I just thought it's funny because I looked at this and it's thread and I thought of stitches, which is I think Shawn Mendes, and this is mending. So maybe it's something about that song that needs to come through. And there's something really weird about that video. He like beats himself up. There's like an imaginary person you don't see. It's kind of a cool video. There's also a Billie Eilish song where she kind of like goes backwards or something like that. I don't know. I'll find that. I'll find them both and put it below. So let's get one more. And that's number what? Tiny little letters or numbers. 52. Oh, it's like a 7. 16. That's a 7. 52. That's also a 7. Maybe a 7 is important. That's like the chariot, the road to destiny, spiritual path. I looked at that exactly at 33. All right, one more. Time to go. It's time to go. So, I mean, when you get this idea, that's knowing you have to go. This is somebody who's moving. And this is knowing when you have to leave a situation. Even if there's that portal ahead is kind of hazy, you're sort of here where it's kind of foggy. Maybe you can see the steps behind you pretty well, but the path ahead is a little unclear, but you can see right in front of you. So even if something feels like it's unclear, continue to take steps. That way is going to reveal itself more and more. It's going to feel more and more solid. Eventually, you're going to get out of the fog. And it does look like you have a bridge or a portal ahead. That is probably that new chapter. 45, so that's a 9. You do have something that is ending. If that, for any reason, is somebody else leaving your life, let them go. I don't know why that just came through now, but it looks like somebody is running away very fast. Let them go. I don't feel like that's somebody you should chase if their desire is to go a certain direction, because let go, let God. If it comes back to you, it was meant to be. And if it doesn't, you now have the space for something better to come in. So let's continue. I'm not sure what to go to. I feel like we should maybe do a vibrational. Rose, are you waking up, Mama? Are you waking up, little Mama? Let's do this, because you got all this glowing energy. Let's do a What is this? Raise your vibration. What is one? Raise your vibration. That would be helpful for the collective. You going? Please and thank you. You are safe here. You're safe on your journey, your entire way, every step. You're being protected. You know, you're going to be given this intuitive insight to know when something is not right for you or something is taken away. Insight on how to mend something. You are protected. I also feel like there is somebody coming through feeling very protective over you. I feel like there's also someone, I don't know why I want to say protective over your dream. Maybe somebody cares about your dream come true. Maybe their dream is the same. Let's see. What is this? I'm going to show you this too. I put this upright, so it's meant to come out. I am surrounded by angels. And angels of the highest vibration of love. You are protected. You are safe. I do feel like there's maybe a situation where angels are stepping in and giving some extra guidance, because angels are always here watching us, helping us, but we don't always have them intervening because we're meant to learn. We're meant to fall down off of our bike and mess up so we grow. But we can always ask God for help. Angels are the closest in vibration to us to help us, but they're sent by the highest of the high directly down for us. But sometimes we just have to ask, and it's not praying to angels, you know, but you can ask them to help you. You can say, God, send whatever I need. Universe, send whatever I need. That's a vibrational frequency of awesomeness and love and authenticity and high vibes to help me out, man. Help me out. I need a little help here. I don't know what's going on. Even if it's just like, hey, I need a little direction today. You know, you see me getting off path? Please step on in. Help me get back on the saddle, get back on the horse, get back on the bike. I'd appreciate it. And then you are now giving them permission to help you. But unless it's like a big situation where you need help, they usually allow us to kind of fall down a little bit. They don't want us to, but we're down here to learn. And sometimes being down here, you know, we can be dumbasses. It's just, you know, 'tis life. So let's do one from the Divine Truth. I feel like I should shuffle this deck though, and just get you like a love message, just to help you right now with the overall situation in the love department. What is one Divine Truth that would help the collective right now? Please and thank you. Totally just saw the banana one as I looked by. Maybe it is a little bit of sexual tension. Okay, one message, please and thank you. The butterflies, transformation. Does look like your head is in the clouds together. I don't know, this is such a weird card. You're like on this U. It's the butterfly knows the beauty of change. It settles when you least expect it. So this is something coming through that is unexpected. This is the energy of transformation. I see like you stepped through the portal, but you only got halfway. Because it's something that's a process if it's butterflies. Because at one point, if you're that caterpillar, you had no idea you were going to fly. I feel like that's that spiritual transformation that I saw with that kink. So let's do one more. Told you I kept seeing the banana card. Just show you that quick. Okay, what is one more? I feel like I keep looking at these, so let's just take a look-see. It is about frequency, your glow. I can't stop thinking about you. We are aligning on the same frequency and vibration. One more, please, and thank you. Style. I mean, hey, we're coming full circle here, technically, because the first card you got was your little glow up. By the way, can I show you, because I just noticed it in the camera, can I show you the most beautiful hat that I have been gifted with by my best friend? It is the most incredible crochet work I have ever seen. I asked her, I lost the other hat she made me, and I said, I can't find it anywhere. Is there any way I could pay you for another hat? She's like, you're not gonna pay me for it, but give me a challenge. What do you want? So I kind of gave her like basic colors-ish, and I said, I trust you. You know, whatever you want to do, but I'm gonna take it off. I might have hat hair. So first of all, I do have hat hair. Thank you to my dear, dear friend. I love you so much. I feel so grateful to have this amazing hat, and I know all the work that you put into it. So I don't know if you guys can see actually how amazing that is. Like, can you see it's like layers? Maybe some of you crochet. It's like ribbing, but it's diagonal. She did it in a parallelogram. If any of you do that, I'm sorry if I'm giving away your your concept here, but I'm so proud of this hat that I think it was amazing. And then the top is just totally different. So you might see me wearing this hat all of the time. That being said, you got a little style, whatever it is, it's your thing, and you are glowing and standing out to someone else. Whatever your style is, you could be, you know, very simple and only wear black. You could go crazy colors like I do and change it up every day. You never know what you're gonna get. But it's your thing, and that's what's attractive to someone else. So I love the way you dress, the way you smell, the way you carry yourself. Everything about you is so attractive. So I think that's our reading today. Thank you so much for being here. Shall we get you a rock star? I feel like I wish that deck were bigger. That's what she said. Oh my God, that was so bad. I can't believe that slipped through at the end. It's a really bad joke. Anyway, let's continue. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm glowing. I'm blushing a little here. All right, let's get you one more. Please and thank you. Robert Plant dedication. You still feel sure. It's somebody who's sure. Sure thing. That's Miguel. Also feel it still. That's Portugal the man, right? Let's get one more. One more. Why not? MACEO Parker. Breath of hope and optimism. And that is taking you back to, where's your star? I feel like this one is definitely both this one, the princess, and the knight. Also, it does look like the knight is riding to the princess, riding into this new emotional experience. And also, this is someone who feels too, because they're on Earth. That's everything about the what you can touch and feel land. They want to have their hands in the experience. Maybe on that person. Anyway, that being said, before we get too sassy and weird at the end here, I'm gonna bid you adieu. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. I feel like I should like do this. Don't they do that and take off their hat? You can leave your hat on. Hey, got a little Joe Cocker sneaking in at the end. I love you so much. I feel so very blessed every day to get to be here with you. I consider you guys this beautiful soul family that I've been blessed with, and I thank you. And with that, I bid you adieu, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.